kinds of stuff happening around here today. They're here hauling some manure out. We're getting ready to start chopping our earlage. Yeah, they just got done emptying our one pit. We're gonna wait where we don't have enough ground open to do the rest of it. But my son Willie's up the top of the silo, opening the Harvestore up. So yeah, it's about 5 o'clock in the evening. We're gonna run for a while this evening, and we'll finish the rest tomorrow. We're getting ready to start our earlage. Yeah, they're just got the head on. They're coming with the first cart to start filling it. It's about 5 o'clock here on Monday afternoon. They're going to run for a while this evening and then finish the rest tomorrow to fill the sallow. Usually about 5-6 hours they can fill the sallow, give or take a little. So we'll see here how it works out. This field here, we have two different varieties of corn here that we're doing our earlage. The outside rounds and probably maybe another 10-12 acres was only about a 2-day difference in maturity, but yeah, it's about perfect. It's averaging around 42%, give or take a little on the moisture. Yeah, it's grinding up nice, looking beautiful. This here stuff's a little greener yet. The ears are drying up some, so we're gonna try a little bit of it, but it has massive ears on it. They're some of the fattest ears I think I've ever seen. I want to break this open and count how many rows there is on the ear, but almost every ear is just huge. So they're going to actually split it over here at the field where it's a little drier, and then kind of mix the two till the dryer gets on. We'll see once what it is looking like after that. If we need to, we'll stop and go to another field that's getting a little drier too. Coming in here along on the last headland row, and then like I mentioned, they're going to split it over there where it gets a little greener, and I think it's going to be all right. The stalks look way greener, but I'm hoping the corn's okay. I was saying about these ears being really fat. There are 18 rows of kernels around, and the kernels are really deep. And yeah, this is probably 250, 280 bushel corn pretty easily. After 7 in the evening, the sun's about to set, so I won't be seeing the sun too much longer. Right here you can see the difference of how much drier this one variety is, and the husk on the ears are completely brown. That's a little greener right there. That's a fairly low spot on the other variety, but it cuts over here. There's still a decent amount of this drier stuff. So like I said, we'll see once what the moisture is on it and what it looks like, and go from there. I'm back here on a hill and zoomed way in. It looks pretty neat going out through there, out through the hollow. This field here is probably one of the hilliest fields we have on our farms, any of our farms. This is on the home farm. Chop it in the dark. They got lights all over these machines. This load's just about full. Eating it up. Yeah, they're really chugging that stuff through there. It's going to be about 9 o'clock at night, and they probably, I think this is a 12th load maybe. These carts hold about 20, I think pretty close 25 ton of Earlage. This morning Lois and I are milking here again. It's Tuesday morning. This is probably the first we milked together for almost a month. There's a lot of things happening here in the past month. Yeah, we were away for a wedding one weekend and got back on Monday, and I forget what all else was happening. But yeah, it's good to milk together again. But yeah. We haven't did much of anything with milking for a while, but everything's going well. Cows are doing really good. We had switched to that new corn silage that we had put along the wall there in that one trench. It's been at least 2 weeks ago, and they've never skipped a beat. It's probably enough there for another 10 days or 2 weeks, and then we'll open up our big trench. But yeah, they're milking well and doing good. We're mowing corn fodder today. We did that Earlage last night, or snap leach, and we always bale some of the fodder up and like the next day and wrap it and use it for dry cow and heifer feed. We mix some in their TMR, and we've done that for probably, oh man, at least 15, 20 years, and always makes pretty decent feed. This fodder baled up. I think my son said he's got 104 bales so far. We have a rotor cut on our baler, so I think we can either cut with, I think there's 17 knives on it. You can either cut with 8 or 9 or all 17. When we do fodder, we cut with all 17. So yeah. And yeah, they're baled really, really tight. They're probably 50-55% moisture. We mowed it here this morning, right away this morning. And yeah, it don't dry a whole lot. There's still a decent amount of moisture in the stalks. So usually makes really, really good feed. So yeah, I'll try to show you some here later. It really, with that rotor cut, it really chews it up nice and fine. So, but I would say they eat probably 95% of it normally. They let a little behind of the real coarse stuff. The bale that half fell apart, we scooped up the extra that fell out of the bale and brought it in here and stuck it in their feeder, and man, they're going bonkers over the stuff. Anyhow, they really go after it. We have all the bales laid out through here, getting ready to wrap them. We ended up with 120, and one bale half fell apart. We're going to feed that up tomorrow morning, but We fed part of it there in our hay feeder this afternoon, but the bale part we're going to just put into TMR tomorrow morning. We'll see once how the weather does here in the next week or two. We might try to get another 20 or 30, but we should have enough if we don't get that. We didn't have to move the chopper very far, so they're just bringing it down over the hill here. We blocked the road off so nobody could go through. It's Tuesday afternoon here. I'm up on top of the silo. They had filled it last evening, or yeah, they got done about 10 or 10:30 and had it pretty much full. It might have held about one load yet, but so we're topping it off here. It's settled down, and then we're going to switch over and start filling our one silo with corn silage. Yeah, this load's almost empty, and there's another one sitting back there waiting. Got a really good view from up here. It's a beautiful day. There's not a single cloud in the sky, I don't think. Yeah. But we're chopping this field right across the road from our farm up on the hill. It's about a 9-acre field up there. Pretty decent corn. Blowing in the silo. Getting almost full. The field we were doing the Earlage out of last night was right out over the hill from the farm. You can see it out there. There's still probably, I don't know, 15 acres of corn standing out there, at least 10 or 12. And yeah, then the other field we're doing, there's a road right over there that comes down the crossroads up here from our farm, and the other field is right over here on the other side of our edge of our farm. So yeah, everything so far that we did Earlage in is right here next to the home farm. We are full to the brim. Yeah, we're that full I can actually reach down here and grab a hold of some and pull it out. Yep. The last little bit here on the wagon was near the back, and it's got a little more husk and stuff in it, but yeah, we got her full. These Harvestores, it fills it up right in the center. At the edges, it's still down maybe 6 feet, probably. Yeah, because the ring's 5 feet. And then you got these airbags here on either side. We pull them up and fold them in half. There's strings connected, 3 strings connected to it, and then when you pull them up and tie them off outside here, and then yeah, when you're done, you let them back down, and they kind of lay down on top of the feed there. And we'll refill it at least once here, probably in 3 or 4 days, and then like I mentioned, I think I mentioned there, we have some later corn probably in about a month, and we'll refill it again, and then put the rest of that in an ag bag. So feels good to have her full.